Hi guys and welcome to Dial It Up. For today, fortunately Jason is working so he can't work the camera for me, so you got me on selfie mode, so it might look a little bit different. We're just going to roll with it. And for today's episode, we're going to be going over the subtle differences between the wording in highest or lowest point character versus highest or lowest point value character. So this is one of the more nuanced kind of things that happen within the wording of Heroclix, and as we know, wording is very, very important for this game. At least it will be until the new rules come, and then we kind of get a whole new wording set of how the game is going to work. But for right now, we do have this weird kind of complicated wording in the fact that when a power looks for a highest or lowest point character versus a character with the highest or lowest point value, it's actually looking for two completely different things. And we're going to look at two very specific examples so that I can kind of show you guys what I mean by this. So the first one we're going to look at is, of course, Nick Fury. So if you've ever played a competitive game, there's a very good chance you have either played this character or played against this character. Ever since he came out, he's pretty much been around. Not necessarily dominated, but there's a good chance you've seen this character before, or at least know of him. Now, one of his powers you may not know the full extent of, and that is his Cosmic Assassin Guardian of Earth. Nick Fury can use Shape Change. When Nick Fury targets only the highest point opposing character with an attack, modify his attack and damage values by +1, and he deals penetrating damage. So this is going to be our example of a highest point opposing character. And this works for lowest point as well. So it's just it works for both highest or lowest, but just for the sake of using these specific examples, I'm just going to go over highest, but it works for both. So this is looking for the opposing character, the highest point opposing character. So what happens if you have a team, your highest point character is 100 points, but you have more than one of them? So when you're looking for a highest point character, if it doesn't say point value, it just says highest point character, it is looking for one singular character on your opposing team. If there is more than one, the effect doesn't go off. So if Nick Fury actually goes up against a opposing character, opposing team, and they have two or more characters that have the highest point value of their team, he's not getting his bonuses. So a lot of more competitive players do know this, but there's a lot of players out there that don't know this. So if you are playing Nick Fury and you happen to be trying to get those bonuses to his his attack and damage, you can tell how many times I've played Nick Fury. If you're trying to get those bonuses, you need your opposing team to only have a singular highest point character. So that is highest point character singular. So the next example we're going to go over, and this was actually, I had our community help me with this because I was out with the kids all day and I wasn't able to scour HC ROMs. So we came up with Calculator from Joker's Wild. Now Calculator's ability is his damage power. Calculator can use probability control, but only to target the opposing character with the highest point value regardless of line of fire. Now he's only looking for the highest point value, not the character. So when it's looking for highest or lowest, as I said, it'll look for both. If it says point value, it just wants the number. It doesn't care how many characters have highest or lowest points. So on a team where Nick Fury can't get his bonuses because they have two 100-point characters, Calculator can use his prob because all it's looking for is the highest point value rather than the singular character. So his can be multiple characters with the highest point value because it's looking for the value rather than the character. So if it's looking for character, it's singular. If it's looking for value, it could be multiple characters. So I use specific examples so that you guys can see what I'm talking about with the wording. This is not one of those weird ones where it's worded different ways but means the same thing. This is very specific in what it means and means two completely different things. So if you come up against a character that is looking for highest or lowest point character, singular, highest or lowest point value, multiples. So I know I've said this multiple times in this episode, but I really want to drill into this point that these are two different effects, and now you know what those effects are and how to take advantage of them, and you're not going to get stuck with either or, whether you're looking for a singular character or you're looking for multiple characters, and know which times your effects can go off. But if you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to let me know down below, and we'll see you guys next time for another episode of Da Da Da.